Hey friends, welcome to another edition of A Single Girl's Gotta Eat the Cooking Show. Today we are making like a slow cooker turkey sweet potato hash. It's gonna be awesome. I'm kind of taking a riff off of one of Juli Bauer's recipes. She is Paley OMG. She's awesome. So go and check her out, you guys. Her website is rad. What she posts on Instagram is like super valuable. Her recipes are always good. So she did a twice baked potato with turkey and sweet potato. And so I'm doing a slow cooker turkey sweet potato hash version. So I'm excited to try this out. Okay, first things first, you guys. We are using a pound of ground turkey. I've already got that in there. And then from there, we're just gonna layer some vegetables, and then we're just gonna layer in some spices and some sauce, okay? So it's a super easy recipe. It took me about 10 minutes to chop up some veggies, and we're good to go, okay? So we've got the 1 pound of turkey, ground turkey in there. I've got about 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes cut up just into a cube. I'm gonna put those in as well. And then from here, I'm just putting what I had in my fridge, right? So one of the things that we like to do here is use up what we have. So if you have green peppers, if you have onion, if you have carrots, if you have, whatever you have in the fridge that you think is gonna be a good flavor in here, throw it in. It's gonna be a great addition. So I have about half of an onion here that I'm throwing in. Get all of that in there. And then I have a bunch of baby carrots that I needed to use up, so I'm chopping those up and I'm adding those in as well, okay? So that is, oh, you know what? And I also had a can of black beans, so I'm throwing the black beans in as well, okay? Done and done. So it's gonna be a lot of protein, a lot of like hearty filling, like it's gonna be great, especially for fall, which is where we're at right now. This is gonna be a great recipe. Sauce-wise, we are going to do, Juli Bauer's recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of hot sauce, which I love. I love that. I do not have hot sauce, and my mom doesn't love hot things that much, so I am doing a little riff on it. So I'm gonna put in some barbecue sauce because I have that. So again, use what you have in your fridge. Do about a 1/4 cup of that. And then I've got some tomato paste as well. So I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of tomato paste. I should have gotten a spoon to help out with this. Again, with a lot of these recipes, especially when you're cooking, baking, is a different story because you kind of have to be a little bit more scientific. But with the cooking, we know that we can just add things and kind of roll with it that way. So I like to make sure that we don't let things go to waste. So, which is why I'm adding the tomato paste in. Garlic, we're gonna add in a good, healthy teaspoon. We're gonna do salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit in right now. And then we'll add a little bit more in when we're serving. And then we're gonna add in a few more spices. Get some pepper in there, that'll be awesome. And then here, I just wanna show you what I have. So some of this I'm taking a little bit of liberty on, and some of these were from her original recipe. So this is a recipe inspired by, we'll say inspired by. So what I have here is crushed red pepper. I did a teaspoon of all of these things, okay? So a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of dried minced onions, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder, okay? So we're just gonna see how this rolls, but I think it's gonna be delicious. So you guys, add all of those things in, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna let it cook for like 6 to 7 hours, okay? So with the turkey and then the sweet potatoes needing a little bit of extra time to cook, you can test it at 6 hours. I would maybe go for 7. So just cook it on low. If you want to do it on high, I'd probably go 3-ish hours and then test it and see what you think for the amount of doneness. But that's it, you guys. So slow cooker, sweet potato, turkey, hash. That's what we're cooking for dinner. So you guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of A Single Girl's Gotta Eat the Cooking Show. A single girl's guide to doing singleness well. That is what A Single Girl's Gotta Eat is all about. And if you want all of the recipe details as well as how to use it and then so much other good content, go to www.asinglegirlsgottaeat.com. Thanks for joining me. Much love.